All
Wait a
right.
minute, you gonna introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna introduce myself. Yep, my name is Cameron McIntosh. I'm in Dr. Hargrove's class, and this is significant events that happened between 1997 and 2024. In 1997, an estimate of 3,882. Ooh, I did that wrong. Is it 3,882? Yeah, of babies were born. Uh, Death of Princess Diana happened in 1997. There was a stock market crash in 1997. Hong Kong's sovereignty happened, and the Comet of Hail happened in 1997. In 1998, the Asian currency of financial crisis happened. This crisis spread to emerge markets in Latin America and other regions. The Vasco of the Gama Road Bridge opening, that happened in 1998. The bridge opened in Lisbon, Portugal, making it the longest bridge in Europe. The Winter Olympics happened, and the Jonesboro Massacre happened, all in 1998. In 1999, the impeachment trial of President Bill Clinton. The impeachment trial of President Bill Clinton came to a close in 1999. Clinton was cited for contempt of court for giving intentionally false statements in sexual harassment and civil lawsuit. The Colombian high school massacre happened on April 20th, 1999. The Kosovo conflict happened, which was a conflict between the ethnic Albanians and the ethnic Serbians, Serbs, that's what I meant, in Kosovo in 1998-99. And the docking of the Space Shuttle Discovery also happened in 1999. Going to 2000, it was the Human Genome Project. The Human Genome Project was completed, which provided a blueprint of human body at molecular level. This achievement was expected to revolutionize medicine and biology. The International Space Station. The International Space Station became fully operational with the arrival of the first resident crew. The U.S. presidential election was in 2000. The U.S. Supreme Court stopped the manual recount of voters in Florida, effectively giving George W. Bush the presidency. And the reality TV show Survivor debuted. 2001 September 11th attacks. 19 AI terrorists hijacked 4 planes, killing 2,977 people and leading to the U.S. invasion of Afghanistan and the global war on terror. George W. Bush becomes president. iTunes is launched and Wikipedia is launched in 2001. 2002 economic events. The global economy was still recovering from the early 2000s. The FIFA World Cup happened in 2002. Brazil won the World Cup, and South Korea and Japan coming the first team to win their matches in 5 World Cups. There was new organizations. The African Union began operating as intergovernmental organizations, and yeah, the World Cup actually happened in 2002. 2003, the Iraq War. The U.S. invaded Iraq in March, leading to the toppling of Saddam.
This is Houston.
You said it says Houston?
Yeah, the H.
Well, right, Houston, yeah, Houston, Regan, yeah. Originally, I'm sure. The war had a lasting impact on global politics. And that was the World Health Organization declared SARS contained only on July 5th, 2003. The WHO announced the person-to-person transmission to severe acute respiratory syndrome has stopped. And the European Union expanded to Poland, Malta, and I don't know that word. And Republic joined the European Union. In 2004, the natural disasters, the Boxing Day tsunami in the Indian Ocean killed over 227,000 people, making it one of the deadliest natural disasters in history. Terrorist attacks, AIQD bomb trains in Madrid, killing 193 people. The space exploration, NASA launched the Opportunity and Spirit rovers on Mars. In technology, Mark Zuckerberg launched Facebook, originally called Facebook. 2005, politics, George W. Bush was re-elected as President of the United States, and Tony Blair was re-elected as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Natural disasters in 2005, Hurricane Katrina made a landfall and devastated New Orleans and the Gulf Coast, of killing 1,836 people. Technology, the iPod Nano and iPod Shuffle were introduced, and the first video was uploaded to YouTube. Sports, the New England Patriots won Super Bowl, whatever. They won the Super Bowl that year.
It's 39.
39? Okay. So. Yes, they won Super Bowl 39. The Chicago White Sox won the World Series. That was in 2005. 2006, the Human Genome Project was published. The final chromosome sequence, a major milestone in the understanding of human genetics. The Saddam Hussein execution. Saddam Hussein, the leader of Iraq, was executed. Executed. I'm sure. By hanging on December 30th, 2006. The execution was captured on mobile phones and leaked to the media, causing controversy around the world. The Kyoto Protocol. The Kyoto Protocol came in effect on February 16, 2006. And the definition of a planet, the IAU voted to redefine Pluto and the other Jupiter belt objects as dwarf planets. 2007, Adam Air Flight 574 disappears over Indonesia with 102 people on board. Bulgaria and Romania officially joins the European Union. Also, Bulgarian and Romanian and Irish become official languages of the European Union, joining 20 other official languages. Tornado strikes Greenberg's, Kansas, killing at least 12 people and destroying about 90% of the town. And Virginia Tech shooting leaves 32 dead on April 16, 2007, 32 people after being gunned down on the campus of Virginia Tech by Ching Cho, a student at the college who later died by suicide. That happened in 2007. 2008, the Great Recession, the housing bubble collapsed, leading to financial crisis and economic downturn. The crisis was caused by lax land standards and cheap credit, which led to the creation of low-quality loans that were resold to financial institutions. Barack Obama was elected president in 2008, became the first African-American president of the United States. The release of Iron Man, the first Iron Man came out in 2008, and they debuted the Tata Nano. The world's cheapest car was debuted in India, in New Delhi Auto Expo. 2009, Michael Jackson dies. The death of King of Pop triggered a global response and caused some websites to crash. The U.S. Airways flight 1549 crashes islands in the Hudson River All 155 people on board were rescued, and the event became known as the Miracle on Hudson. Bitcoin is launched. The cryptocurrency was initially launched by the pseudonymous named
Satoshi
Nakamoto. Yep. That happened in 2009. 2010 natural disasters.
Wait, can you get the other one?
Hmm?
You get the other one? That H.
Oh, I didn't see it. The H1N1 flu pandemic, the swine flu pandemic began in North America. That would happen in 2009. 2010 natural disasters, a 7.0 magnitude earthquake in Haiti, I think Haiti killed an estimate of 200,000 to 250,000 people in January. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico in April was the largest marine oil spill in history. Technological advancements, the iPad was released, Instagram was launched, and the antimatter was trapped for the first time. Political events, Dilma Rousseff became the first female president of Brazil, and Julia Gillard became the first female prime minister of Australia. The Arab Spring began, and the threat of Greece defaulting on the debts triggered the European sovereign debts crisis. Other events, the swine flu pandemic that began in 2009, spaded in 2010. Yep, I think that's his name. The last survivor of the group who helped hide Annie Frank and her family from the Nazis died at the age of 100. And that's what happened in 2010. 2011, Arab Spring, a series of demonstrations and revelations in the Arab world that calls for democracy, reform, and economic recovery. These protests led to removal of the leaders of Tunisia, Tunisia, Egypt, and Yemen, and sparked civil wars in Libya and Syria. Osama bin Laden killed U.S. Navy SEAL, killed Osama bin Laden, the suspect mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks in Pakistan on May 2nd. Fukushima nuclear disasters, an earthquake and a tsunami in Japan caused a recorder to explode at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, triggering the second worst nuclear disaster in history. In climate extremes, 2011 was recorded breaking year for climate extremes, with a drought in the Horn of Africa and the deadly floods in Colombia, Thailand, and Philippines. 2012, Captain Francisco Shantino steered the 600-ton Costa Concorde cruise ship off course and brought it close enough to Tuscan island of Gigolo to ground it to jaded coast. The United States president election, Barack Obama was re-elected for president in the United States. The idea that the year 2012 presaged a world cataclysm, the end of the world or end of human civilization, and thunderstorms swept through eastern North Carolina during the afternoon of evening of Sunday, July 1st, 2012. This is 2012. 2013, the strongest typhoon ever recorded in the Philippines killed over 6,000 people in November. Snowdown became famous for leaking classified information of the NSA surveillance programs. The former South African president and leader of the anti-apartheid movement died at the age of 95. And the Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage, striking down the Defense of Marriage Act, allowing gay couples to receive federal benefits. 2014, the West African Ebola epidemic was the worst outbreak of the virus in history, affecting 28,646 people and killing 11,323. The outbreak caused major distribution in Ghana, Libya, and Syria, and spread it to other countries. The Islamic State of Iraq and Syria declared itself Islamic and took control of the territory in Iraq and Syria. The Winter Olympics in Sochi happened in 2014. In the MH17 shootout, 298 passengers died when the plane was accidentally shot down by Russia. Yeah, separatists. 2015, clockwise from top left, civil service in remembrance of November Paris attacks. Flight 9525 was purposely crashed into the French Alps by suicidal co-pilot, killing, Andreas Rubitis. Killing all 150 people on board in an earthquake in Nepal kills 8,964 people. World leaders posed for pictures during Paris. At the end of the year, world leaders reached out a landmark agreement to climate change at a massive summit in Paris, and the court rules in
same-sex marriage?
Yeah, I'll just read that. But the same-sex marriage couples have fundamental right to marry, and the states cannot say that same marriage is reserved for heterosexual couples. 2016, clockwise from top left, bombed out buildings in Turkish coup. The impeachment of the Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff damaged houses during the conflict, which killed over 2,000 people. The 2016 Summer Olympics Games was held in 2016. A flood in China is
the USA?
Yeah, you talking about the Olympics?
No, the flood in China, is it supposed to be USA?
Yeah, I messed that up.
Oh,
It was supposed to be USA. It's held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in Ziki. The earthquake, it was in Japan in 2016, and a flood and a Hurricane Matthew in the USA was held in 2016. In 2017, the war against ISIS at the Battle of Mosul, Islamic suicide terrorist Salam Abi bombs the Manchester Arena following a concert by Ariana Grande, killing 22 people and himself. A view of solar eclipse August 21, happened in 2017. October 2017, Northern California wildfires. U.S. President Donald Trump declares the 17 Northern California wildfires as a major disaster. The Syrian Civil War, a Russian Air Force, Su-24 crashes at the air base in Lakato province in the northern western Syria, killing 2 crewmen. And the 69th Writers Guild of American Awards happened in 2017. 2018, the first NASA spacecraft named after a living person launches. Painting sets record for for living African American artists. Apple becomes the first company to reach value of 1 trillion. A new kind of human adaptation happens in 2018. 2019, Hong Kong protest turns to widespread riots in Seoul. The U.S. The House of Representatives votes to adopt articles of impeachment against Donald Trump due to the Trump-Ukraine scandal and other controversies. The deadliest geophysical event was the earthquake that hit Albania in November, in which killed 51 people. Scientists released first ever image of black hole and new treatment of peanut allergies. 2019. The year 2020 was heavily defined by COVID-19 pandemic, which led to a global societal economic distribution, mass cancellations and postponements of the event, worldwide lockdowns, and the largest economic recession since the Great Depression in the 1930s happened in 2020. The year 2020 was also a surge of social justice movements, including Black Lives Matter protests and the demand of police reform. The 354th Annual Country Music Association Awards happened in 2020. And on May 25th, 2020, George Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, black American man, was murdered in Minneapolis by Derek Chauvin, I think that's his name. A 44-year-old white police officer. Floyd had been arrested after store clerk reported that he had made a purchase using a counterfeit $20 bill. In 2021, like the year 2020, 2021 was also heavily defined by COVID-19 pandemic.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
You're doing a beautiful job. What is the iconic saying that George Ford said? What did he say? I can't what?
I can't breathe.
Don't miss that.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. When a kid says, I can't read, what they tell you?
When the kid says I can't read.
Kid says, same thing George Floyd said, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And now there's a kid saying, I can't read, I can't read. What are we supposed to do? Put on his head, let him die?
Supposed to pick him up.
Ooh.
Come on now, that's social justice, come on. Y'all tell me, that's social justice. So when I walk into a class and I hear you talking about something and you leave out that iconic statement, I can't breathe, I don't want you to miss that, because it is carried over to all types of mediums beyond that. And it was the battle cry. And people even had I can't breathe signs when they marched for social justice. I need you to feel that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
This Dr. Smith been in your class with you,
Yeah,
doing a great job, I love it.
Have you met Dr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am. I think I did meet you. It was.
She
Dr.
prepares
Carter?
teachers.
Oh.
She prepares our student teachers to go out in the world.
Really? That's
Yes.
amazing.
And they're making really good money. They make on average about $60,000 a year the day they leave for Lander.
Were you at the event of James Loveland?
The what now?
The event of James Loveland.
Yes, I was at James Baldwin's event, and I did speak.
Oh, you
for a
were
moment
really?
there.
Yeah, I remember hearing someone's voice sound just like hers.
Oh.
That was that voice, that was that voice, that was that voice that I did talk at the James. This is really, really, really good, and I'm the only teacher on this campus that actually was a surrogate for Kamala Harris. And I trained in Pennsylvania, I spoke at groups in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in New York. For the last 6 weeks, I haven't been to my house except this week in the last 6 weeks. And all of the surrogates gonna go up and have a picture made with her pretty soon in December. But you're doing a great, great job.
Tell them what city they're gonna be in, taking the photo.
We're gonna be at DC.
Oh, DC.
I'm
Wow.
gonna
That's
be in
amazing.
Washington
Yeah.
for about 3 or 4 days.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I'll be up there to talk about social justice,
That's right.
and I'll be up there to fight for HBCUs and social justice. I'm over the Legislative Black Caucus think tank, and we're getting ready to write 2 pieces of legislation on social justice. What y'all think we're gonna write about? What do you think the most pressing issue is for college students? I got girls in here, so I'm gonna ask, I got one, come on, what do y'all think the most?
Civil rights.
2 social justice issues, and I know this is hard for boys to talk about, but in high school and in some colleges, something called period poverty.
And one of our sororities.
They don't know what that means, do they?
One of our sororities, Sigma Gamma Rho, did a big period poverty.
Period poverty.
Issue last year.
Right, but it's gonna be national, it needs to go to the state thing, because when a young girl doesn't have the protection that she needs, and she's in the 6th grade, what do you think a little 6th grader does, and she doesn't have the protection that she needs? That's social justice issue, boy, what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen to my little girl?
She's gonna be in pain.
She's gonna be in what?
She's gonna be in pain.
It's
Everybody's
not gonna be
May not be in pain, but she's gonna be
Oh,
completely
exposed.
embarrassed.
embarrassed.
She's gonna be what?
Embarrassed.
She's not gonna wanna go to school.
Mhm.
That's a social justice issue. The other thing is food deserts. Okay? If you live on a college campus and your college does not have a food pantry and you have no car, even though it's a Walmart 2 miles from you, are you still in the desert on the weekend? Cause the only food you got is what's in the vending machine.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about that. That's what the kids at UAPB wanted to talk about.
And how many of you all living on campus? 2 of you out of the 4. Yeah, okay.
What do y'all eat on Sunday night?
Whatever in that fridge.
Huh?
Said whatever's in my fridge.
Whatever's in your fridge.
Well, I go home, I can see my mom.
But a kid that's here on Sunday night, what are they eating? Is the cafeteria open on Sunday night?
At 5 it is.
Yeah, but then you be hungry.
What you eating at
You're not
8
eating
o'clock?
anything.
What you eat at 9 o'clock?
Nothing. You gotta wait until Monday
That's
morning.
why you in this type of thing. So the rallying cries and what people say is so critically important to you, so that you articulate yourself and you're able to speak out about those issues. But don't forget.
Now educate them, Dr. Smith. When you come back to school, what famous African-American educator's birthday is January 15th? And they're gonna have marches all over the United States.
Whose
and
birthday is
international.
January 15th? Come on, talk to me.
I can pull it up.
Go pull it up, Google it, everybody, right now.
Famous. Who?
Martin Luther King.
Okay, so what are we gonna have? She's saying, what are the major 2 signs that must be in that parade?
I have a dream.
No, she's saying the 2 issues.
2 issues. Period poverty,
You're probably in food desert.
Yes.
and then the other one, I can't what?
Read.
Can't read.
Mm-hmm.
Black kids can't read. They can't what?
Read.
Have y'all met black kids that can't read?
I can't read, I can't breathe. I can't read, I can't breathe. So you gotta have these signs, she's saying.
Yes, if I can't read, I can't breathe. If I can't read, I can't feed my family, right?
Right.
Right? I can't have a family, right? Right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna take care of them?
Nobody.
I can't get people to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mhm.
Let me tell you something.
Sure.
Y'all remember this and I'm gonna leave.
Go there a little bit, doctors.
I'm gonna tell you something. And you'll listen to me well. Can chickens teach turkeys how to gobble?
No.
Can that happen?
And can't happen, can
It can't.
it? Can't happen. Can cats teach dogs how to meow?